Welcome to a Minecraft playthrough where I see how many days in a row I can play the game. So consider leaving a like on the video, and let's see what we get up to today. It is a rainy day here on Forevercraft, and in today's episode, I wanted to discuss a little bit about making history and living through history in Minecraft, and about living through history in real life as well. The inspiration for this being from the Artemis 2 space mission, where, if you haven't been up to date, we have just sent humans back to the moon, to the farthest place that we ever have sent human beings in the solar system, and they have just made it back as of last night. And I am super just pumped about the fact of living history. I'm an elementary school teacher, if you guys know me. And actually, let's start the timer for today's episode. I'm an elementary school teacher, and I also am a Minecrafter, as you can tell, and I hope to be the best role model that I can be for my kids, and I try to be an inspiration to them. And I was talking about the Artemis 2 flight with them the other day and showing them a bit of the live stream and a bit about what the mission is all about. And one thing that we've been discussing a lot at school this week is the idea that these school kids will not remember, the kids that I teach will not remember the things that I say to them when they're my age, 20 years from now, but they will probably remember the way that I made them feel. And I have a really fantastic classroom with a wonderful group of kids, and find myself to be very lucky, really do enjoy going to work every single day. And I also mentioned when we were taking a look at the Artemis missions, I was like, you guys also may remember us. You may have a memory of us talking about this when you're talking to your kids or to other people later on in life about when you were a kid and you remember watching in school the live stream of these astronauts going to the moon, and your teacher being like, okay, tonight on Friday night, go and take a look at the live stream and watch these astronauts actually make it to back home to Earth. And I do wonder, I'm assuming that probably a couple of them did, but it's also a really cool thing, as an adult now, in real life, as someone that, when I was a kid, there were no space missions or anything like that, or sending, men to the moon in particular, I guess. And so it's fascinating, appreciating the moment and the time that we happen to be living in. And there's a lot going on in the world for good and bad and ugly, and it can be very contentious when it comes down to all of those different things too. I mean, don't even get anyone started on AI and that sort of thing. So I wanted to kind of talk about that, but also kind of a fun thing that we're going to be doing today on the server. Today is Saturday, April 11th, as of the time of reading this, that we are also going to be walking around, me, Plato, and Cobb, and Panda, and Blaney. I think that all five of us are going to walk around the Forevercraft server, and they're going to give me a bit of a tour of everything that they've been working on and the story behind everything over the last 5 years of them doing this. And, just walking and having this official world tour with all five of us, and, really being in a stride, I would say, for Forevercraft with this season, I would say, with all of us really enjoying just playing and hanging out together and making videos and just all of the above. This is, history in the making, and I think a lot of you guys are really appreciating this sort of style that we're all doing together. And so just kind of, appreciating the moment in real life and in, just through Minecraft about living and appreciating history. And I think that having that gratitude for the present moment has made it so that I am ever excited to kind of just wake up in the morning and be productive and contribute to real life and contribute to, Forevercraft in this Minecraft world in a really great way. If you have been watching Plato's series, where he's been on a Minecraft streak every single day too, you may know that he has also in real life been trying to run the dates. And so today is April 11th, meaning that he is going to have to run 4.11 miles. And I actually was inspired to do that by him, and so I ended up running even more than that, actually. I ran about 5.5 miles before recording this today and before we do the world tour together. But I was inspired by him because he's been doing a lot in this world and has been really a spearhead for a lot of the fun that we've been having. But I've also been inspired by Artemis 2 as well, and these astronauts being able to go to the moon and back literally. Like, what an incredible thing. And I have done some research to astronauts and how, perfect they have to have their health and their mental acuity. And, even for me, having glasses I would never, unfortunately, be allowed to be an astronaut. My eyesight just is not good enough. And I'm sure that even as someone that is in incredibly good shape and doesn't really have many health issues, very luckily, and knock on wood, I did just knock on wood to make sure that, or to hope that, things continue in that regard. My health is still probably not good enough to be the level of being an astronaut. And so the ways that they have to wake up in the morning with vitality to continue to treat themselves and their bodies in these unique ways, in these very, dedicated ways where they have to sacrifice, even something as, like some junk food. They can't do that when they're, being tested by all of these different scientists to make sure that they're ready to go out of orbit in a couple days, or all of these different things. And I do know that the past generations, for the men that went on the moon, especially the first ones, they were literally almost like superheroes. They were like larger than life. And, in the training moments for them before they actually ended up going to space, there's a lot of mundanity, a lot of just having to go and do the thing and, keep care of themselves and prepare for the mission. And I think that, that having that mentality of always being ready and always showing up to the plate and to the table is something that I have been experiencing through playing with, everyone else, Cobb and Plato in particular, I think, with especially making the content, but even with having Panda and Blaney online and all of us just having a blast doing it, really been inspired to just, see what I can do to contribute to this. And I feel like I'm a part of something, just like, I feel like a part of the global community that has been, now kind of, what's the word for it? We kind of see now that a new chapter in spaceflight and in exploration and history can come from that. And so I don't know, it gives me something to have hope for and to be excited about and be intrigued for, be curious and excited to see what happens both in real life. And so, just running on the treadmill this morning, I was like, okay, I'm so inspired to be the best version that I can and to run and really feel really healthy so that I can, just be the best version that I can be on this Saturday. And then thinking and just looking up at the sky while I was running and thinking about the fact that these astronauts were able to go literally, like, they left this planet, this beautiful planet Earth, and they were able to make it back safely. Like, I cannot imagine the feeling that the elation that they've had, and I hope that they were able to appreciate, and I bet you they were, to a certain degree, hopefully at least, the history that they were living and making as they were doing it in a way that, in my own small little way, in my own Minecraft niche, with all of you guys, I feel like I am making history and making an impact, and that is what showing up to the table every single day to make these streak sort of videos and share about Minecraft and about real life and how I'm inspired and motivated to, continue on with these sorts of things. And last night we ended up having a live stream, which was really fun. And I might actually even live stream later on today after we do the world tour today too. So just feeling, really inspired and motivated by people, not only within the Minecraft sphere, but just, through the people that I allow for myself to be exposed to. And so again, history is the main idea behind this, and it's so cool seeing things happen over time. And I think that we really need it as well as human beings amidst so many challenges and difficulties going on in the world. So yeah, I don't know, that was kind of the main thing that I wanted to just discuss. I'm waking up this morning feeling really good on a Saturday, and I think that the more you can find things in your life that will allow for you to wake up super early in the morning or just not even super early, just wake up in the morning and to be excited and energized and motivated to keep, doing the thing, even if it, takes some hard work. I've been up since about 4:15 in the morning and did some thumbnails, got ready for the day, and then went to the gym and ran, and then ended up taking a nice tub, and I'll hang out with the rest of the guys for a couple of hours, and then probably go and take a hot tub, have a nice lunch, and then probably have a live stream. And that sounds like the most perfect thing that I could do personally on this Saturday. So I'm a very lucky person that I continue to be able to place down blocks a little bit by a little bit over time and see this place become something more than it is. Along with, again, speaking of just like the history idea, I, have been very much, focused on just enjoying every, video that I've been making and seeing the progress kind of come over time. But I haven't been, hyper fixated on, needing it to come over time. Really just enjoying the process of playing Minecraft and sharing myself with you. But now that we have that extra reason for us to get together today and talk about our world and the inspirations behind it and all of those different things, and just to laugh, and just to commemorate everything that we've done, take a look back at it, that is when you are able to enjoy the reward and fruit of your effort, just like the astronauts were able to last night. So cool. And again, if you have not been interested in or have not really been taking much of a look at the Artemis 2 mission, I highly recommend, in like the nerdiest way possible, to go and take a look at it. Along with, you may notice we have done a lot of work as of last night on stream. And so this kind of cavern area, this opening up to this lagoon is really starting to show its face. And I'm very excited about that. Once again, we're going to have tons of space over here for different builds. And if you would ever like to have a build here in Forevercraft in this world, I'd be more than happy to make some of you guys some builds, just like we have a Level Ups house right over here. Definitely consider becoming a channel member if you've been enjoying all of these videos. I do have 13 extra videos on the channel that are exclusive to members, and members do get early access to videos. And I think one of the coolest things too is honestly the membership badges that we have. They do change colors and get really cool looking the longer that you are a member. And I kind of wish almost that like I was a member of my own channel, so that I could have them myself along with other emojis and that sort of thing. And all of the support, every bit of support that comes down to this channel just goes down to specifically like a direct cost of me getting a brand new PC, which I've been thinking about doing for a couple of months now. But if you've been knowing me in real life, you've also known that I've moved into a new apartment and had to deal with a lot of like tax related things recently, and a lot of just like upfront costs. And so we are steadily putting away all YouTube money towards that. I think that in the new year, we've put away almost, maybe around like $300 for the PC. And that also includes all of your donations and all of the recurring membership, all the membership support and that sort of thing. So definitely consider becoming a member of the Slippers and that sort of thing. Oh, along with like an exclusive Discord channel. And if you would ever like my course about how I make cinematics in the ways that I do, you also do get that for free. So tons of things that are maybe worth it, but that is never required whatsoever. I do mean that. And even if you are brand new to the channel and that sort of thing and are not subscribed, before you even hit subscribe, definitely, consider, do you want to stay here and hang out? I'm not going anywhere. We are, I think, almost very close to day 20. This may be day 19. And I'm very happy to have been able to continue the streak like this and make history once again, and to journal and document the process of playing in this world. Along with, you probably noticed we do have a couple of pillagers that are over there just peeking their eyes up at us. So we'll have to see if they end up chasing us as we go to place down our materials over here. I do have to, and we might do it on stream today, or I might just do it off camera over the weekend. You may see that we're starting to get kind of unruly with a lot of materials, a lot of cobblestone and dirt and just like other things just like that, as you can see. So slowly but surely it is it is making a difference, and we'll have tons of materials to be able to build other things with. But I say, why don't we actually go and try to take these guys out? We don't have too much armor on us right now, so we do have to be careful, and I'm really not the best. Maybe I'm not too bad. The best shot in the world when it comes down to it. So bada boom, we can get another banner and another ominous bottle as well. Look at this. Okay, yeah, only a couple more layers left. We are gonna go. We might change or finish off this bit of the episode as well by going on over to Cobb's base, or maybe Panda's base, because we are about to run out of the shovel, as you can see. Ooh, there's more villager. Oh, there's a lot of them. Okay, wait. We have to be careful. We have to be careful. There's even more of the pillagers right here. Okay, boom, take him out. One shot. This guy has an enchanted crossbow. Okay, we're in a... how do I keep this thing? We're in a heavy gun, or a heavy archery match right there. Did I get him? Actually, a pretty powerful bow when it comes down to it. Boom, take him down too. Okay, not too bad, but I used to hold on to all of my shovels. You know, mate, why don't we keep this one right here? It's been nice to have. And then we can try to go find our horse Blippery over there once again, and head over to Panda's base very quickly, so that we can go and get some more enchantment levels and re-enchant a couple of these different things. He has a really wonderful farm over yonder, so you can go and take a look at it. Along with, it's definitely worth taking a look back and seeing, yes, exactly how much work we have done. Look at that. Only a couple more layers left. The more I am playing in this world too, the more ideas for other things that I do want to make and build in this world, different like transport ideas, and we still don't have any wings or any elytra, and that's kind of been a fun way to play recently, if I'm being honest. I was talking with a good friend and, just fan of the channel for a very long time, Serotonin or Seros, and Serotonin has been playing a lot in his single player world, which I think is kind of a forever world too. And so definitely take a look at their channel. And I have been really kind of inspired by the way that they've been playing, because it's a way that I actually happen to play a lot too. I just kind of get away from time to time. And that is, before I move on to a new area, I'd like to finish the transport and connect the area to a new area, if that makes sense. So we're working on that one area behind there, but I do have a lot of other ideas. I'm not going to super share all of them right now, but do get excited for it. And it's also worth mentioning, I don't know what this is, guys. This looks really kind of crazy. I feel like it's like a conduit or something like that. I've never really seen this, and I just wanted to take a second to appreciate it over by Panda's area right here. It looks crazy. I mean, the particle effects going on are wild over here, and you can see that Panda has actually made it so that he has a bunch of like different like deep slate and like all of these different things, which is really cool looking. Custom terrain, as you can see. He's not done. There's still a bit more work to do, so I do hope that he's okay with me showing you guys the work in progress, but he's an incredible looking perch area right here, and does also happen to have my head, which is kind of interesting. And so we can continue to make our way in here. Look how pretty this is, again, like as the sun begins to set. Can we see our base from the horizon? Yeah, we can see it over there. And I like the decorated pot with the bird that we have. I do want to get a couple more of those. And we do also, at some point, have a shop that I do want to put into. No, I must have... This is probably my fault. You guys can probably hear the silverfish. I hope I stop it like that. Like that's maybe the right thing to do. Let's see, as you can see, all I have to do is I take the sword. I do some swinging. I could might not know how to turn this off though, so if Panda, if you do happen to be watching this, then I do apologize, but you can see it really does, just give you tons and tons of experience very quickly. So I think that we're just going to take a couple more hits at it. I do want to get up to maybe like 35 levels or something like that. And so that'll be very easy. And then we can make our way on over to Cobb's base as well. And so, yeah, anyway, Serotonin has been just playing with connecting things. So, I don't know, I think I want to maybe at least finish terraforming this area that we have right here, and then we'll start to work a bit on the town, at least go and take a look at the shop that Cobb has put up on the server. I have a feeling that the world tour that we end up doing today is going to make it so that I never know how to do this. I'm sorry, Panda. But I've not been to the shop kind of area that we've been working on. It'll be kind of cool to see in the world tour. But I do know that Cobb is probably going to get me on some sales when it comes down to it as well. So I should make sure that I have some diamonds in hand. Okay, so we can head to sleep for the night once again. And then why don't we head on over to Cobb's base and we can try to see what sort of enchantments we'll end up getting done. And so, yeah, I think that the plan for today's stream, if you do end up coming and taking a look at it, if you're there and you're watching this video after the fact, I do appreciate you because this video will definitely come out after the live stream over a couple of days ahead, which is a good thing. And we'll probably just do a bit more terraforming work and then maybe even get to work on, again, material collecting for that next shop, which is going to be super exciting, I think. Let's see, I do think that the horses are over here. And I am very excited to just be able to explore around the server with everyone and enjoy that. So we can hop on up right here and make our way on over. Okay, yes, to Cobb's base in this direction. You can see that, again, Voxy, this mod that if you play on Java Edition allows for you to have like a massive render distance, is one of the most beneficial things that I've been able to have and play with in such a very long time. And now that I have Voxy mod, honestly, I don't even know if I would be able to go back. Look at this. You can just see the cherry trees over there, and you can imagine making fun, beautiful builds over there where I have played in this way where I would have no idea that, there was even a beautiful area over there because I just would not have enough render distance to my name. And you can see that as we look over at the North Knife Ranch over at our base over there, it's just stunning looking, right? And you'd never be able to get that vibe without this mod, along with an extra resource pack that Ribley Games ended up giving me. So definitely take a look at his channel too. Cobb ended up making a video the other day about smaller YouTubers or like underground YouTubers that you should definitely take a look at. So everyone that I'm mentioning, you should take a look at. But I also feel like I should probably make a dedicated video for that at some point in time too. But I say, why don't we see what we end up getting for our enchantments right here? Actually, first things first, I'm going to take our diamond pickaxe that we have right there. I'm going to unenchant it because that's kind of the most important thing for me. And we can place that in there. Let's see, one more time. Oh no. Am I going to do it again? I think I'm going to do it again. I'm going to lose all of the levels that we just had. Let's see, do it one more time. We're going to have to get some more lapis. Okay, we have efficiency 4. That's what I'm looking for. Oh my goodness. Okay, we're going to keep the efficiency 4 and fortune 2. That's a weird pickaxe. I don't know why it's giving me such weird things. We have enough to enchant one more thing. So one more shovel. Unbreaking 3 and efficiency 4. Now that's what we're talking about. So we can place this back right here. Place that lapis. And hopefully try to find our horse, which Blippery always goes super far away. So boom. And we can finally, with some new armor, make our way back on over to our main base of the North Knife Ranch over in this direction. I do think I would also love to, at some point in time, because this is a forever world, start to work on some sort of like city design or something like that. I love making landscapes in Minecraft, and I have a lot more landscape ideas, even in this general vicinity area that we've been working on over here. But building a city sounds super fun. If you guys know Mild Maddie on YouTube on the Lotus SMP, she's been building a city for the last like 9-10 months or so, and it is absolutely insane. Along with, I do also need to get some like name tags. There's so many different little chores. If you guys would like to see a YouTube video that's like us just getting like little chores done in Minecraft, I mean, I guess that's all we're always doing, but at the same time, doing some like specific things and maybe putting a to-do list and, all those sorts of things together as well. But I do think that as we wrap up here for today's episode, we can take out our bow, try to do a little bit more target practice. And I don't know if I'm going to be live streaming again the world tour, but we should live stream this afternoon, and I'm glad to be getting back into the live stream swing of thing anyway. So hopefully you can hang out with me and we can do even more Minecraft things. But if you'd like to hear even more of my thoughts and opinions about Minecraft and this beautiful world and beautiful game and all of the things on Forevercraft, definitely take a look at the Streak playlist that we've been doing, and I will catch you guys all over there.